When we think of things to accomplish in Destiny 2, the main things that come to mind is getting to max level, getting a certain title maybe, or even getting to Guardian rank 11. But what people a lot of times forget about is platinuming the game. Some people think this is exclusive to PlayStation, but these trophies actually do exist on Xbox and Steam as well. There's a ton of gamers that strive to 100% every single game they play. So today's guide is how to platinum Destiny 2. There is a big reason why I wanted to make this guide. Just a few months ago, I platinumed this game in one stream, and you know what I learned from that? A lot of these trophies in 2024 just straight up don't work the way they used to. They're poorly labeled, or they have a completely wrong objective. Bungie had to change a lot of these trophies when they removed a lot of the content out of the game. So today, since I just did this all in one sitting, who better than me to make a guide on how to 100% this game and talk about all the wonkiness of all these trophies. I'll also link the video if you want to check out me platinuming Destiny 2 in one stream. If this ends up being helpful, make sure to hit the like button, and if you're new, go ahead and subscribe, as we'd love to have you, and let's do this. I'll keep the explanation short and sweet. Also, if any trophy ever doesn't complete, sometimes I found I had to go to orbit or even leave out of the game sometimes to get the trophies to register. They can be very delayed at times. With that out of the way, here we go. Starting off with the long and winding. You have to get to level 20 for this trophy. This is the easiest trophy in the history of trophies. Just create an account and start the game. It'll auto-complete this trophy because leveling works differently in this game compared to how it used to work. It's kind of like just getting a free space on a bingo board. The next three trophies I'm going to clump together are Zavala's Lieutenant, Kate's Pathfinder, and Ikora's Protege. You need to acquire each subclass according to this trophy. And I know what you're thinking. Does that mean that I need to buy the DLCs to get Stasis, Strand, or even Prismatic? Well, put your mind at ease. You just need to get the three basic subclasses: Solar, Arc, and Void. Ikora has very easy quests that you pick up to unlock these. They just require getting kills with the matching element. After this, put on each subclass and the trophy will complete. Next is the Show Me What You Got trophy. This requires you picking up the Light Reforged quest from Shaxx. It's pretty straightforward. The first step is completing 2 control matches, which is easy enough. The next step is doing 2 more control matches and collecting 125 rank points, which you get for playing Crucible matches. If you win, you get more, so that helps, but you can complete this even without winning. The third step is the exact same. 2 more control matches, but you have to earn 250 rank points this time. The final step requires 2 competitive matches and 500 rank points. Same concept applies here. Knock out the 2 games and keep playing until you get the required points. After that, the trophy is yours when you go back to Shaxx. The next trophy in a flash requires completing 5 heroic public events. If you don't know what public events are, they're many events that happen on the different planet destinations that you can patrol. Public events can be made heroic through a special objective. I'll link how to make some of the different public events heroic. The People's Hero trophy just requires 1 heroic public event, so if you follow the steps from before and got the In the Flash trophy, you'll also get this trophy as well. The next trophy is the Heart of Darkness. This requires completing a Nightfall. This is just a tougher version of a strike that's located here on the directory. You need the DLC of the strike to do a Nightfall, so just wait until the week that it falls on a DLC that you have, or until it's a free strike. This can be the easiest difficulty Nightfall 2 that match makes to help you find players. The next trophy is the Life Exotic. This requires collecting 15 Red War exotics and armor pieces. This can include Curse of Osiris and Warmind exotics, which operates differently than a trophy that's coming up. I recommend Legend Lost Sectors for these solo, Vex Incursions, which can happen on Niamuna, and you don't need Lightfall for these, so I can link you to Discord if you want to be notified when these spawn. Season Pass exotics, the Ritual Challenge exotics where you can do 3 strikes, Crucible, or Gambit matches per character, or even Lost Sectors with the Fire Team have a rare chance of dropping exotics as well. I want to say thank you to Intel and Starforge for sponsoring today's video. Starforge went above and beyond for us when it came to Raid Zone, so please click the link in the description. Starforge PCs are the best PC on the market and have powerful next-gen components. My favorite thing is the UV printed cases and the plate light designs that let you design your PC in your own way. They're super easy to configure and you get a 2-year part labor and warranty. I mean, look at this beauty. Intel Core 14th Gen processors deliver high performance and efficiency thanks to a groundbreaking new performance hybrid design. This includes the Intel Core i9 processor, the Intel Core i7 processor, and the Intel Core i5 processor, all offered within the Starforge product lines. Thank you so much again to Starforge for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get back into the guide. The next trophy I really don't like, the Challenge Accepted trophy. This requires 30 challenges. Sounds simple enough, but I ended up having to do 45 because some definitely weren't counting. Challenges are activities on the map that have the yellow glowy circle. The challenges I believe that don't count are the ones where you get exotics for completing 3 strikes, crucible matches, and gambit matches, as well as the crucible labs powerful. Other than that, I think that every glowy circle is fair game. If you keep doing these enough, you'll eventually get the trophy. There's nothing too special here, just keep completing yellow glowy circle activities and you'll eventually get it. The next trophy is the Belly of the Beast. This used to be related to Leviathan, hence the name, but now it's tied to just completing a Master Nightfall. I recommend Fireteam Finder or joining our Discord server for help. I'll link it in the description. Outside of the higher difficulty in champions, as well as this not matchmaking, this operates exactly how the other Nightfalls work. The big thing is just waiting for the Nightfall to be a strike that's either a DLC that you have or a free strike. The next trophy is the Prestige Trophy. This is basically the same as the last trophy, only this time you have to do a Grandmaster Nightfall. This can be done with the help of your artifact bonus, which is nice. The past season before Final Shape, you need it to be 1810 to be able to do a Grandmaster. In Final Shape, you'll need to get your power level to the new power cap to get in. I'll link my power leveling guide so this can help you out. The next trophy is the Let's Be Judged. This requires you to find Zur and talk to him. He spawns every Friday daily reset to the Tuesday daily reset. He either spawns on the Winding Cove in the EDZ, the Watcher's Grave on Nessus, or the Tower Hangar. Believe it or not, these are the only trophies that you need to platinum the game in Destiny 2 when you're on PlayStation. However, Bungie did add Forsaken trophies when Forsaken launched, and in my opinion, to get true 100%, you need to get every single trophy. So in this guide, we're going to talk about how to get the Forsaken trophies as well. So let's keep going. The next trophy is called Legends Grow. This requires a 5,000 triumph score. I did this in one sitting, which was painful, but I did learn a lot. The best sources of triumphs for me were the triumphs that required getting golden chests on the destinations, discovering lost sectors, doing different public events, and the biggest gold mines for triumphs were the Last Wish triumphs, which sometimes gave up to 200 per triumph. I recommend just taking your time and knocking out triumphs and not burning yourself out in one sitting like I did. The next trophy is called the Exotique Trophy. This requires 10 Forsaken exotics. Unlike the Life Exotic Trophy where it includes Curse of Osiris and Warmind exotics, this trophy does not include Season of the Forge, Drifter, Opulence, Revelry, or Festival of the Lost exotics. The only exotics that count are the ones with the F logo on them, so launch Forsaken exotics. I'll put the exotics on the screen so you guys can see which ones count. This tripped me up really hard when I was doing this in one sitting, and I got a bunch of exotics that didn't count. I recommend once again Legend Lost Sectors, Vex Incursions, Season Pass exotics, the Ritual exotic Pinnacles, or if you have an exotic Cypher, you can pick up Ace of Spades as a free exotic as well. If you're still hurting for a few exotics, you can do the Wishender, Malfeasance, or Chaperones quest to guarantee you a few extras. Next is the Seal the Deal Trophy. This almost ruined my challenge. This triumph used to only count seals from the year of Forsaken. All newer ones didn't count towards this trophy until this year. Thankfully, that means that now you can do any seal to complete this. The seal I did for this was Fatebreaker, where I did all of the Vault of Glass triumphs. I had to go to Orbit for the trophy to register. Some people do Dredgen as it's not very hard even though it's annoying and tedious. The Fashion Statement Trophy used to operate the exact same. You needed to do a badge from Forsaken or earlier for it to count. Now luckily you can do any badge. The badges are located here on the screen in case you're unfamiliar, and I decided to do the Vault of Glass one in my challenge. It required getting all of the armor, weapons, the exotic, and the cosmetics to get it done. You can complete any badge for this though that you please. Feel free to use a guide to knock out any of the badges or seals that you end up going for. Next is the Heart of Awoken Trophy. All this requires is you going to the Dreaming City and you'll unlock it. I did this when I flew into Shirochi in my challenge in Last Wish. The raid and the patrol destination count for triggering this trophy. Next is the Anexotic Journey Trophy. This reads that you need 15 Forsaken armor pieces and weapons. This trophy should just be called the I'm a Liar Trophy. And that's because you don't need 15 exotics. You just need to do one Forsaken exotic weapon quest. If you do Malfeasance or the Wishender quest, you'll complete this trophy. I freaked out because I wasn't sure how I completed this trophy before I had 15 exotics. I also tested pulling Ace of Spades out of the kiosk since it used to be a quest, but it didn't work, so there's that. The High Stakes Play Trophy is next, and that requires just winning one Gambit match. This is easy enough, just keep queuing in Gambit until you win a game. If you're still struggling, you can use Fireteam Finder to help you find a team that can make this easier. Next is the Darkness Falls Trophy. This actually made my challenge earlier annoying because I had to wait for it to be a season that actually had a Forsaken Nightfall boss. Each season rotates what Nightfall bosses are available, and unfortunately for this trophy, you have to kill a Forsaken Nightfall boss. I'd imagine episodes in Final Shape will operate the exact same. This means you need to wait until an episode that either has the Corrupted Nightfall or the Warden of Nothing Nightfall in the rotation. If not, unfortunately you'll have to wait until the next episode to hope the boss rotation is in your favor. Unfortunately, there's no way around this. The only thing you can just do is just have patience, which sucks, but it's just the reality. The next trophy on our list is called Nothing Left to Say. This is one of the secret Forsaken trophies that used to require completing the campaign in Forsaken. Now that the campaign has been removed from the game, you just need to beat the Shattered Throne dungeon in order to get this trophy. Not too difficult in today's Destiny 2, luckily. Feel free to use our Discord if you need help finding a fire team, or fire team finder as well. Lastly, I'll link a guide just in case you need to know how to do the Shattered Throne mechanics. Lastly, we have one more secret Forsaken trophy, which is called Wishing for the Best. This requires you to complete the Last Wish raid. This raid is pretty easy and you can actually use the wish wall to skip right to Riven. The wish wall is an area at the beginning of the raid where you can put in certain codes to do different things that alter the raid. If you put in the wish I put up on the screen, you can teleport to the final boss. Once you beat her and the final encounter Queen's Walk, you'll complete this trophy. I'll put a Last Wish guide in the description in case you need it. And just like that, you now have all the trophies. I do hope this was helpful for you guys. Since I just did this, I figured I might as well make something in case people had any questions, because when I was doing this, I had a million questions and I couldn't find anything from 2024 on YouTube. If this did end up being helpful, liking and subscribing really helps me out, and I just want to say that I love you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much, and thank you for giving this video a watch. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. I love you, and thank you. See you guys.